It's Wednesday at 7 o'clock. That means it's time for the AXE+ARCANA fantasy adventure game on the internet broadcast system. Welcome, adventurers. How's everybody feeling?
Doing good.
Doing great.
All right. Let's see. All right, start the music back where it's a little more chill. All right. Everybody's here. Cool. We're going to do a quick little recap for everybody. Our adventuring party, under the guidance of the wizard Barris Gromdar, was investigating a dragon cult in the city of Ambrosia. To their surprise, it was not a dragon cult, but a cult of people worshipping a being known as William Wisp. In the flash of an eye, our adventurers were transported back to Krotara, the primordial times of the planet's timeline, an age in which dinosaurs live, created and locked in time to maintain the ancient Lich Azrael, an undead sorcerer who used to plague the lands, using magic to try to elongate his life. Upon arrival in this mystic land, you are greeted by zombie dinosaurs and all sorts of creatures that you've never laid eyes upon. While surviving the wilds, you come to meet Gorilla Red, a barbarian who apparently was a friend and party member of Barris. She was sent back in this time in an attempt to destroy the previously said William Wisp. Upon her arrival, she found herself locked in the tomb of Azrael the Lich, drew the ancient dino sword and plunged it into William Wisp's skull, defeating him and remaining trapped in this primordial time. Upon her arrival, lifting and plunging the sword, all sorts of undead began to arise in this ancient land, and the thought is that Azrael has reawakened from his tomb. Gorilla Red finds your party and welcomes you back to her friends Leon and Bosch. They run sort of a catch-all store. They're mechanics and duty men, and whatever is needing to be done in Krotara, they're there to help. Their shack and warehouse sits at the basin of a cliff face into which are beset these giant mechanical wonders, each in a visage of a different animal of the kingdom. Your party took great interest in these, worked to try to help to restore them, or able to generate just enough power to get them going for a little bit. And then one night, Gorilla Red, beset with questions about your arrival, about the wizard Velvet's possible tie to the Ring of Red, a ring she used to have that is now welded to that dino sword, plunged into William Wisp's skull. You were not sent here with the purpose of retrieving her, but you know Barris. So she left to seek answers, and in her absence, you noticed the cloaked one-eyed figure of one of the cult members who was sent back with you lead a herd of undead to Leon and Bosch's hut, which your party narrowly survives. And using the revived Wark Jammer tech, you are able to animate one of the giant constructs, which has a crocodilian alligator sort of form. You're able to save Leon and Bosch from their swarmed home and transform this craft into something more buoyant and head down the river away from this herd of undead that are now pulling the boards and planks off of Leon Bosch's house. So you sail into the night, keeping different watches, the sounds of crickets and creatures and all sorts of jungle life around you. But you guys feel safest sort of in the center of the river, just making your way. So we will sort of role play the events of this night. Everybody you'll be at full health, full spells, full everything. And yeah, let's role play a little bit this river trek in the night.
Okay.
Cool. What's for dinner?
What do you got on you?
That's a great question.
More buns?
I guess I've got a bunch of traveler's rations, but do I also maybe have a fishing pole? Is that crazy? Do I have that? Let me look.
You might be able to have something. Everybody has adventure packs, traveler packs that came with your character background, so I don't think it's unlikely that somebody has some sort of fishing tackle on them.
We should probably fish for dinner.
I think it's a good idea.
Who's got a decent survival check?
That's me.
All right. So our halfling monk, Waddle, produces some rope and string, and he's real handy with that string. He ties these intricate little knots. Do you have any sort of bait?
Do you still have that egg?
He does still, in fact, have that egg.
That's not good bait, though. I mean, it's
No. I'm just curious. It made me think of it.
That would make a good breakfast.
Yeah, it sounds delicious.
yeah, maybe. I mean, if we get desperate, kind of grown attached. to it.
Pretty
Yeah,
hungry
you
right
named it,
now.
didn't you?
I could eat some eggs right now, you know? I mean, while we're maybe waiting to fish.
You're carrying eggs?
So you guys are sitting here talking about like what to eat, and Leon and Bosch are kind of like sitting there in silence, thinking about their home that just got swarmed by the undead.
Oh.
We Ethan.
I go over to Leon and I ask him, hey, do you think that the vulture thing, the vulture bot is okay? That was mine. I just want to make sure it's going to be okay. You think it's okay?
Yeah. Oh yeah, man. I'm sure your stuff's fine, man. They were encased in those shells that kind of keep them safe forever. Unlike like a wooden shack, filled with memories and dreams, man. No, yeah, I'm sure your stuff's fine.
Why couldn't you just build your shack into one of the, never mind.
The Warp Jammers?
I mean,
You know what, man? Maybe you're right. You're right. This is a silver opportunity. I was being real dour about it. This is an opportunity of regrowth. You're right, man.
look, I feel bad after saying it.
You're right. You're so cheerful and optimistic, man.
Okay.
You're not sure. I don't know. Maybe like your metal self had a little ego check. So kind and thoughtful, man. Yeah.
Look, okay. And then I just walked away.
Leon's like, yeah, man. If we stay on this path, we'll hit the riverhead where it meets the ocean, and maybe we can reformulate a plan. Figure out some way to get back in contact with Gorilla. I got a weird feeling something's going on.
Oh no. Well, there was just a swarm of undead that we just narrowly escaped, so I think maybe there is something going on.
What? Why did they just show up like that? That's what I don't understand.
I felt like I saw a figure standing out there in the distance among them, like a man in robes. I think he was controlling them.
No way, man. You saw a guy in robes? Why didn't you say anything? What did he look like? Was he like controlling them, or?
Yeah, I can't remember much because he was pretty frantic, but it seemed like he had some sort of control over the undead, like he was summoning them. But I couldn't really make out who he was. It was dark and he was wearing robes, very roby.
Wild, man. Did Waddle, you make me a survival check on that fishing?
Okay. 15 plus 4.
You throw your line out. You put a little bit of jerky on it from your rations, and it immediately gets a bite. You pull it back, and it's like a small, toothy mawed fish that's frantically wiggling around. Very large mandibles. Not a lot of meat, though. Maybe the size of your fist.
Here you go, Velvet. I got you dinner.
Oh, thanks, Waddle. You're the best.
Should probably cook that.
Can we start a fire on this little boat?
Oh yeah.
What you have access to spells there, Waddle. You could produce some sort of flame somehow. In one of the adventurers' kit, there would be a way to start a fire. Torin has a self-heating tooth. You could maybe cook some fish on.
Yeah, magic artifact. Let me just use it to cook
I
up
wanna
fish for
use
you here.
Cook the fish.
But like, what if that was the trick, though? You know.
Yeah, I'll very delicately touch it to the microwave it just like a second.
It's like a video game, like ding.
Like I imagine the fish gets really intimidated by a larger tooth
Yeah.
than what it's got going on.
Yeah. You're able to cook up the fish, but like I said, it's not a ton of meat. As whoever produces some sort of the flame that you're cooking this with, it illuminates down into the murky waters of this river that's leading to the sea, and you can see swarms of these toothy fish sitting beneath the surface of your boat, every once in a while tapping the surface of the water with their tails, very frenzied and active at the light and movement in the water.
I think they're hungrier than we are.
Jump in there. So just I guess the eating's gonna be kind of slim since it's all a bunch of these nasty, skinny ass, toothy fish things.
Right.
Probably gonna be pretty slim pickings.
Okay, well, I guess we'll just have slim pickings for tonight.
How long till we can get off this boat? I don't got good sea legs.
Hey, Master Dwarf, this is a river, but it's a couple more hours. I imagine we'll hit the coastline right around dawn.
My legs don't know the difference between sea and a river.
That's true, man. That's very true. Couple more hours. You guys rest. We'll get us through this. You can eat some of those fish, but there's not a lot of meat on there. Stating the obvious. But the night continues. Like we'll say, the camera sits still as your boat, the only illumination on this water, starts to drift into the distance and down the river. You're able to find a couple winks of sleep, if you choose to. A couple hours pass and you start to notice the deep blue of the sky start to get a slight purple and pink and orange variation as the sun starts to rise. The treetops start to lower a little bit as the river begins to open up into the ocean. Where is my map? Here we go. Maps. Is this the right one?
Maptown, USA.
All right. So your work jammer in the shape of a crocodile starts to approach the river mouth. Would everybody make me a perception check?
Yeah. Yep.
Seven.
I rolled a 4.
7 for.
Doing great,
I
guys.
rolled an 18 plus 2, 20.
Awesome.
14.
All right. So Torin and I think that was Dusk, who rolled above a 12. You guys notice some slight smoke coming up from just at the corner, sort of on the shoreline of where the waters meet.
That smoke?
It's like a small campfire smoke, not a ton of smoke.
Let's go there.
Wow.
Anyone with a campfire is likely civilized, right?
Yeah, zombies don't like campfires. We should go check it out. Maybe it's gorilla.
So your ship comes around the corner of the mouth, and you see a camp being set up by 3 figures, sort of silhouettes that are starting to illuminate as the sun's coming up. Their ship looks of a make similar to your work jammer, but it's not shaped like a creature. It's like a boat, and it seems to have fins on the side and on the back, but it looks like it's been damaged and sort of reassembled in a way, like it has seen some business. You guys, as you get closer, you make out a half-orc, like a bigger guy, brute, unloading some stuff. You notice a loxodon, which is an elephant folk. Elephant head, larger body, but still bipedal. Doing some sort of ritual, like a prayer of some sort as the morning is approaching. And then you see a small wash basin-like figure kind of zipping about, and it too looks of a similar make to your work jammer. And as you kind of come around, they seem to take notice of you, and you seem to take notice of them.
Do we hail them?
Do you want to hail them?
Somebody hail them.
Is
a coroutine?
Ahoy, ahoy!
Are we?
You said ahoy, ahoy?
I'm gonna grab
Let's go, let's go.
ring cord, like to get their attention.
Oh, hey, hang on. I think it says the stream has ended on my end.
Oh, no.
Oh yeah, same here.
On Discord? Or on Twitch?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, hold on one second.
No,
Gotcha.
Twitch still go.
So you guys yell ahoy, hoy. Can you see that now?
Yes.
You yell ahoy, hoy and strike a chord. Oh, shoot. Wrong one. Hold up. Sorry, gang. A chord is struck. And is there a reply to that chord that has just been struck?
When you say a chord, you're just meaning them saying ahoy.
A note is strummed on an electric lute, or what is your instrument?
Yeah, it's like a brutal looking, like toothy and sharp, spiky looking lute.
Like a sharp-looking lute. The chord strums through the air as a hoy hoy beckons as you see this ship that looks similar to your ship, Haunt Group, come around the corner as described earlier. Do you reply?
What hoy hoy mean?
I turn to Zothok and Bado and I say, "Well, we're dead."
Oh, wait. Their ship is like ours.
Has more blood on.
I calculate we will not be able to escape.
Toy group,
I-
you see this trio sort of talking amongst themselves to the wash basin.
Oh damn!
Are they talking to a trash can?
It's a cute trash can.
Let me think. Could I get Dusk and Zothok to make me just a general knowledge check?
Okay.
Do we have any smart people in our group?
Wisdom?
Wisdom works.
Wisdom. That's a
16.
9 for me.
So Dusk, you've got this like, you kind of have like a quick deja vu and you shake it off. Zothok, that chord strikes a memory to the Frotting Otter Tavern in Ambrosia. You've seen this tiefling before that is strumming the lute at an open stage night.
Oh shit!
Toy group, you notice on the ship is a sort of tied over to the side of it is a large shark.
What?
It's dead.
Like a pet? Like a
Does
pet
Zothok? Does
No,
Zothok
like-
recognizes this person also from a Ghastly Boys with Tangent Newton concert?
You know, now that you mention it, you may have seen them in concert a couple times.
I immediately wait.
The half-orc barbarian waves at your boat. You guys, you've got a hunch. Leon, haunt group on the toy group, there's also a turtle you can see on the screen. He's like, I think, giant ninja turtle, but bulkier, slower. And Leon, there's a lizard folk, but he's chameleonish on the other boat with the toy group. And the lizard folk goes, "Hey, they seem trustworthy, man." And he steers your warp jammer up to shore. And in sort of a, hey, we're not hiding anything fashion, everybody sort of salutes each other. Hey, we're not holding weapons. Hey, we mean no harm. And
Hail.
toy group can disembark
Zothok is always holding a weapon.
in a non-threatening manner.
Right there.
It's like just part of him.
So you say that, and you look over and you see the wash basin on wheels, and it seems like he's got little weapons that flip in and out of different panels as he's sort of welding parts on the ship, and it looks like he's doing little patches and fix-ups on it. Bado, I kind of imagine it's the dawn of a new day as the ship came around, so you were just finishing your daily cleric prayers.
The perfect time, as at least I got in a full prayer cycle or whatever.
We will die
commencement,
rested.
So yeah, the big thing you guys notice is the ships look similar to each other's in an odd way. Same make, not necessarily the same, but one's a boat that flies and one's like a crocodile alligator that swims.
They both have a picture
Ours
of
doesn't
a giant
fly.
wizard on.
Oh, the wizard's down there. Oh no. Whoops.
Ooh, Zothok forget he have shark on fire. 2 sec.
2 sec, yes, of course. Understandably.
Is that dinner?
He's going to grab his food. So what would you guys do? Either group. Let's go with the toy group first. As they sort of seem to greet you ashore.
Hi guys. I I spy something similar. It's like we might have
Really?
something
Folks
in
do
common.
seem somewhat
Do
similar.
you violently murder everyone you encounter as well?
Well, actually, now that you mention it, yeah, a little bit.
Generally, yes.
Uh.
But we're willing to overlook if we can get a bite of that brutal-looking shark you guys are.
Huddle. And I will try and huddle with Zothok and Bado.
Oh, okay.
What should I do if I want to?
If you guys can jump into the chat if you want to keep a secret.
Let's do that for just literally like 10 seconds.
Okay. So toy group they huddle again.
Hi guys.
I look over at Waddle and I say, a lot more meat on those bones than what you were catching, huh?
So you're saying we should kill them?
No, don't.
I'm kind of like
Hey guys, hey, welcome back.
ignoring their huddle. I'm trying to like look really close at the robot, just be like, what is this thing?
Yeah, he looks like the tech you saw at Leon and Bosch's hut.
Yeah, don't I have like that one instrument? Like I want that I bought. I want to like take it out and be like looking at the robot, looking at the machine.
You bought an instrument.
I'm
You got something from the store, yes.
Why don't you touch your tooth to it?
Good idea.
So ID10T, they're talking about you, almost as if they're unaware that you're sentient.
Yeah, like I just ignore the people. I walk up to the robot thing and just being like, what is this?
I walk up and I start patting it. Hearty little pats.
I will say, please refrain from touching me. It makes me uncomfortable.
Oh, oh no.
Is there a gnome in you? Where is this coming from?
It's possible,
So,
unfortunately. He puts all sorts of things in there.
do not tell them my secrets.
Did Zothok come back?
some kind of
No.
cursed automaton.
So duck back.
Were you asking a question,
I
Zothok?
am ID10T.
No.
Okay, sorry. So ID10T has introduced itself.
ID 10T?
Yes, I am ID10T.
Your name
How do you spell that?
has a
Like
ID
ring.
10.
like this. Identification 10T.
Ah.
Oh, I see.
Do you?
Do you though?
Identity.
I had to write it down, but now I get it.
What was a
Yes.
nice ship you have?
All right, thank
Yes, a very nice ship. Do you
I made
have
it
spare
myself.
parts?
You see Leon and Bosch are kind of like eyeballing the Ark, the haunt group's ship, and they're like, "Hey man, yeah." They're like looking at it.
I pick up some of the weird objects that look like stuff that was in Leon and Bosch's hut, and I
Mhm.
just want to take it over to Leon and be like, hey look, here you go, man. You know, you're like, here you go, dude, to, you know, make you feel a little better.
Thanks,
Just trying
man.
to get on his good side again.
So they look at you guys, and Leon's like, "What's the story, man? What happened to your ship?"
At us?
Yes, at Haunt Group.
Well, maybe Bado can explain it a little better.
Warpogs. You run into them in the astral street, they blow you up, you fall, you're marooned on a distant archipelago. Slowly rebuild your craft so that it's at least seaworthy.
Wait, so you guys aren't from here, man?
Where is
Well-
here?
Where is here?
Well, you said you were in the astral seas, man. Nobody here has astral sea tech. None that works, anyway.
We no longer have Astro Sea Tech either.
Well, I don't like the sounds of that.
How did you get here? We touched a thing, and it brought us here.
So
We
I'm
never
gonna
touch things.
ID10T's gonna start making like the same kind of hand gestures, like he's trying to mimic it, like he was doing with the Sahagan earlier.
Yeah.
And he seems to think that these people don't understand the common language, and so he's trying to translate again visually.
He's doing like what C-3PO did to the Ewoks, where he's explaining through clicks and whistles and noises and hand gestures their story, as seen on InternetBroadcastSystem.com.
Your trash can broken.
So Dusk asked, he had just asked a question.
What was the question?
The question was, we. I mean, I'm just gonna start blurting out like we touched this. I guess it was like a pedestal, and it brought us here. And then we met a gorilla woman, and she brought us here. And so, how did you get here?
So as you ask that question, from out of the brush steps Gorilla Red. Zothok, this woman looks very familiar.
Brutal Vixen, she has arrived.
She's also a fan of
So
Ghastly Boys.
I just get
No, no,
startled. I'm like, is this just the gathering place of this whole town?
I know what you mean.
she steps out and
This
says,
would be a good band name.
she says, Barris sent them. And then she points to Zothok and she says, Barris sent you. Do you still have the realm transhibitor? You don't.
You mean glowy thing, right? No have glowy.
Glowy thing, and she sort of pushes by and tries to make her way onto the Ark, your ship, which I need to put on here also. Boop.
I follow. Like whoa. Our
I
shark.
would also like to see.
You know Barris?
Unlock
We've
this.
met Barris.
We all know Barris. You know Barris?
Me
We
no
do know
Barris.
Barris.
Yes, he's our landlord.
This Barris ship?
So,
Gave you guys a ship?
Gorilla.
You live at the tower too?
Mm.
You're the one
He
that
get
stop on
taken,
the
we
floors
take
at-
ship.
Middle of the night.
Gorilla walks into the ship, and you see her like open a panel in the back of the steering compartment that ID10T has been piloting from, and she reaches in and unpops something, and she's like, "Yep, there it is, the realm transhibitor."
What?
Oh.
Ah,
Um,
the realm transhibitor.
Dusk, flashes of dreams flash through Dusk's mind.
I reach towards it and try and grapple, or like kind of get my fingers on it.
Are you gonna literally try to grab it from her?
I'm just gonna like try and touch it while she's holding it.
She like pulls it back. She's like, whoa, 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 Master
I've seen
Tiefling.
this before. I've seen this before. I saw this when I touched the
The pedestal that brought you
the
here?
transport. Yeah, the gross man.
The gross man, the pedestal. What did the pedestal look like? Tell me.
What did the pedestal look like?
It reeked of evil and was surrounded by other stones.
It had stones. Yes. looked
And
like
there was a
evil.
A glowing eye appeared.
Oh, there was the eyeball too. Yes. It was gross looking.
Are y'all saying that aloud?
Yes, they're saying it out loud.
Yes.
The gross eyeball thing. All right.
So they say,
Gross eyeball
that-
thing. We
they
don't
said that
have
to you.
our.
We have
thing
gross
anymore.
brain thing.
No,
Had-
no, we don't.
Had
He's still inside Shark.
Oh. Okay. There's a brain in that shark?
Brain with legs.
you can go make a perception check on the shark, Waddle.
Me. Waddle. It's me.
It's a me.
16 plus perception.
So this,
18.
you look at the shark, and it looks is similar to sharks you would be familiar with, except it's got these ridges and horns and scales, relics of a time long set past, which fits in with what you know about where you are. The eyes bright yellow with a triangle pupil staring at you as you are observing the shark.
I do love a good triangle pupil. So just inside of this thing, you guys have got like a brain with legs hanging out inside of it. Like, did he eat it or?
We thought it might
Yeah.
prove effective against the shark. It did not work that way.
Yeah, that's what I
Okay.
thought.
So what killed the shark then?
Lots of things. Spears,
Quite a number of
Knives.
things, yes.
vacuum space,
Harpoons.
expanding air inside of shark.
All right. Fair point. Well, so I guess the obvious question is what is a brain doing with some legs?
Yes, very obvious.
Ooh.
So Gorilla pops in and says, "So Bear sent you? Yes or no?" He did, right? That's the only reason you'd be here with the Ark.
Scent is a strong word.
Barris go bye-bye, we go with.
Barris died?
No, not bye-bye, bye-bye. But like, not there,
Sh-
then go there.
She
Oh,
looks at the
right.
she looks at the elephant and the Warforged, and she's like, I don't know what he's saying.
Do you know of a host fraying?
Host Frang. I can't say I'm familiar with a host Frang. No.
Have you ever heard of a William Wisp?
I've
say
heard
that
of
way.
William Wisp.
Everybody's faces kind of go stone cold with the mention of William Wisp. And it's immediately apparent everybody here has heard of William Wisp. Everybody except Bosch and
Ooh.
Leon.
The fuck is William Wisp?
Yes.
Just want to know.
And you say that, and the shark blinks. And in your heads, right, the shark blinks that yellow eye with that triangle pupil, and it blinks, and in all of your heads you hear, well, well, well.
Goddamn William Wisp.
Quiet, shark. We are talking.
I'm just like swinging my hammer in the air, like ah!
We said the name, didn't we? Oh.
What are the odds all of Barris's friends would be together?
Is the
9 to
shark
1.
talking?
It's in our heads, right?
It's-
Oh, I've
it's
seen everything.
In your heads, but you notice this dead shark blink, and you three on the boat remembered the eye was not yellow.
Oh, wait, what?
Its eyes were not yellow
One kill.
when killed.
Except
For the scene where the camera panned down to the shark while you guys were approaching, and the shark's eye blinked up yellow with a triangle down. But I can't do that on the stream.
is it on the beach or the ship?
No, it's on your ship.
Yeah,
Oh, well,
lashed it to the side.
all right. Can't do anything on the ship.
And you see it start to shimmy a little bit.
Kill
What
it.
you say? Again.
I would ask aloud. What have you? Where's Barris?
The shark animates and turns its head and looks at you. That's none of your concern there.
What you talking
Why did
is
you
it
eat
our
that?
concern?
Who's William Wisp?
You'll
Answer
find
the
out.
shark.
You'll find out soon enough.
Wait till Act 3.
Would any of you do anything at this? Is there?
It has shimmied. Has it shimmied free of its
No,
spirit?
no. It's animating in a like an exorcism sort of way, where it's like popping up and down and like talking to you.
Is it Can I do an? I don't know if it's an investigation check. I want to determine whether or not it is the shark that is talking, or if something is talking through the shark.
Go ahead, make me an investigation check.
All right. It's a 16.
So you're running an ocular pat down on the shark, and then you are running through your memory banks how this thing was disposed of: harpoon to the head, harpoon to the face, a blown out bag of holding through a stomach. This thing should be dead. This thing was dead. Something is broadcasting through this. And it's that eyes whipping around, eyeballing all of you, sort of sticking on one of you for a while, taking a visual inventory, and then moving over.
Can
That's
stab
it.
eye now?
Yeah, stab eye.
I use my dagger to stab at the eye.
So Zalthak stabs into the eye cavity of the shark and pries out a coin. The coin that was lodged inside of the intellect devourer. And the shark stops animating.
Oh, now you say, oh yeah?
Well, that's news to me. I'm just gonna walk up and just carve a piece out of the shark and just start nibbling on it.
No.
Whoa.
Might not be a good idea.
And he's eating it.
He's been doing that. He's a little hungry. He eats some stuff he finds. I don't know.
Look, I'm a man of impulse. I'm a man of impulse.
He technically eat part of cat.
I would.
No. Eat our cat. You eat it. You eat part of cat.
Cat eat fish man.
Oh.
So he eat fish man.
Oh. No, I'm okay with that.
It's the circle of life. You notice
My world.
Gorilla, while you guys are kind of talking amongst yourselves, Gorilla Red has kind of slumped back and sat, her eyes darting back and forth as she's trying to make sense of the information that has just been provided to her.
I would like to if I can get a hold of Zothok with the coin and hold like wait the pedestal, you said it had an eye that brought you here. Did it look like this?
You guys recognize the visual on the coin as the same marking that was on the pedestal.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I pull it down to look at it. And,
The one that I
recognize
that's
that
what I
anywhere.
traced.
Yep.
Look at that.
Where did you get this coin from? Why was it in the shark?
I know this symbol.
Apparently, our now deceased pet brain had it. Probably shouldn't have kept it.
Condolences about the brain?
You guys,
It was weird.
you ultimately picked it up in a crypt of a cleric that turned out to be a dragon. Do you remember? There was a pile of... They were false coins that sometimes appear real.
People
That sounds like a
teleport.
good story.
I forgot how it got lodged into the brain, though. That's the only part I'm trying to remember.
In the shuffle of everything, while stuff was being stored with each other, it...
Inside you.
This
Yeah.
is why you can't just dump
Inside me.
anything in there.
So...
Oh, okay.
Yes, so Toy Party, you guys recognize this as the sigil of William Wisp that was at the ritual at which you were sent back. And Haunt Group, you recognize this coin. So as you guys start to exchange stories, you were both investigating a dragon cult in the city of Ambrosia for Barris.
Is same coin? Different coin.
This is the coin you guys grabbed from there. This coin's been on you
Yeah.
guys the whole time.
Other group?
Other group does not have a coin. They just recognize the sigil.
Oh. Not time travel coin.
No, there's this product is the time travel bit, and Leon is looking at it, and Leon's looking at it, and he talks to Bosch, and he comes back to it, and he's like, "Yeah, man, this is a realm transistor. We could we get this working again. We can get your ship there back into the astral seas, or heck, man, even plug this into one of the warp jammers, and get those going too. This is the only one you've got. We're gonna have to recharge it, man."
Back up. What? It could go somewhere else? A warp charger?
He points over to their ship, which is like a crocodilian ship, and he's like, "Wark jammers, man, bulwark jammers. Your ship's one of the same type. These are like ancient guardian constructs built in these times to fight against great evils, man." And yeah, this realm transmitter is what allows planar travel possible.
As he says that, I slowly turn and look at the horribly wrecked piece of jalopy that we currently have. Which by the way, he just stole the only probably working part.
Yeah.
Oh, so it was drained. This is why you guys are unable to get back into the astral seas, man. Oh, I'm Leon, by the way. This is Bosch. I'm not sure if we introduced yourselves, man. We're experts at warp jammer technology. We can get this running for you in like a week, man.
That bring a lot of work around here.
No, I mean, usually we break down the technology and use it to make like water pipes.
Water pipes?
Yeah, man.
Really dope water pipes.
Like plumbing, hello, and bongs.
So we
I can
repair,
attest to
we
their
get back,
dopeness.
we save Barris.
Yeah, man. If we can fix this, and he looks at you guys, he's like, if you guys aren't interested in sticking around here, man, maybe you can hop a ride with them once we get this thing going.
That sounds reasonable. Where is here?
Oh, sorry, man. Welcome to the lands of Krotara, the locked primordial lands where the ancient lich Azrael is entombed forever, man. You know that one? Uh-huh.
Yeah.
A basic knowledge of this world's mythology. A lich is somebody who uses magic to extend their lives unnaturally. And the lich Azrael has been a persistent trouble in the worlds. There's no way to stop him per se, but only to displace him. And he has been, I don't know if anybody watches Doctor Who, but he is he is cemented in time in Krotara, the primordial world. Dinosaurs, all these creatures that don't exist elsewhere are locked in time here because that's the only way to prevent this lich Azrael from causing havoc. When Barris and his party were fighting William Wisp, they tried a couple different ways to dispatch William Wisp, and it didn't work. And the last way to get rid of him, Gorilla Red sacrificed herself using a realm transmitter and banished herself and William Wisp to Krotara, the primordial times. She steps in. I'm confused, Gorilla says, because when I transported here, I used an ancient blade and dispatched of William Wisp. I'm the one what killed William Wisp. You're saying William Wisp is still a nuisance?
Well, we never actually met William Wisp.
We saw his castle.
Castle? Wait, what castle?
With giant, weird, octopusy-like thing.
Castle. She's
Jumped off a bridge.
so you mentioned of castle, and she's starts pulling on that thread. Were you in Creepmore were you in the world of the Evernight where William Wisp was?
Yes.
Yes.
You saw William Wisp's castle. Did you see William Wisp?
No. But
Nope.
did crush man's skull.
Huh.
We killed a lot of rats too.
Oh, this before. Oh,
Took a brief aerial tour before we made our
So she's processing all this information, the stuff she knows from the toy party, the stuff she's receiving from the haunt party.
Do you
What's
work
up?
with Barris as well, Gorilla?
I was once a member of the AXE+ARCANA adventuring party. Barris was the leader of our group. Me, alongside the cleric Karnak and Prince Darling himself, we stood a united front against William Wisp. Our cleric Karnak was corrupted. Prince William followed, trying to find where he went. Barris tried to banish William Wisp to Creepmore, and that didn't take. So, like I said, I used one of our pieces of equipment from Barris's ship and sacrificed myself to banish William Wisp. Yes, I'd say I was a friend of Barris's.
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
When when I looked at the log for the previous crew, was she on it?
Yes, you did see a gorilla red with 2 Ds at the end of her name.
Okay.
Let me talk to Toy Group. All right, what's going on with you guys? Do you have any?
I'm just watching it all pan out, you know, like, I kind of want to know what's going on with that gizmo that Leon's got now, and I kind of want to know, like a little bit more about, like, I don't know, just the whole situation's completely mind-boggling to me.
I agree. I'm kind of half hugging Waddle and just got my hand on my hip in disbelief and just shaking my head like, what is happening?
So I think since the William Wisp, the sigil of William Wisp has been shown,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I'm having a weird, like, almost like a flashback to that fiery vision and this, like, recitation of William Wisp over and over again, kind of playing in my head. And I feel like I don't know, I'm like drawn to the what is it called?
The Realm Transhibitor.
The Realm Transhibitor. I'm really like drawn towards the Realm Transhibitor.
Is it too late to introduce ourselves?
My name is Hove. No, go for it. You kind of you come to the realization that you guys have not properly introduced. Go about it, bud.
Hi, this is awkward, but I'm Velvet, the half-elf wizard, and I do a bunch of spooky fingers at them.
Does he say that?
I do, I say that. That's what I say.
And I do spooky fingers at them.
I will, when he says half-elf wizard, I will be like, ah, I see you are a partaker of the arcane arts. I partake too. And I'm going to cast the little thing, and it's going to be a little holographic minor illusion spell, and they see a little dancing goblin right on the beach.
No, but you should
I also want to
spook
cast a minor illusion spell and cast myself, but as a baby dancing.
Impressive.
Feel, baby.
All right, so the wizards are having fun with themselves.
As they are wont to do.
I
I am Bado.
Disgusting wizards.
I'm the only one who in this group who was not already in the. Well, no, I guess Zothok wasn't in AXE and Arcana. I got a mysterious letter from Barris. I was looking for adventure, and it has led me here, and I have yet to decide whether this is good or bad.
Zothok, not from here, from way back when. Lady, come, transport me. Bears pick up, give me beer. I fight to kill.
Wow.
I'm Waddle, and I am a monk, and I pretty much go where the wind takes me, and I'm a man of impulse, as I mentioned before. This is my work jammer. I don't know if you noticed it. It's alligator themed. I'm pretty proud of that. And all right.
Much better looking than ours at the moment.
Dusker Torin.
I'm Torin, the traveling forge master and faithful servant to Moradin. I also been traveling on Barris's behalf, but I believe I might be here for a deeper purpose. Moradin himself once walked the halls of the volcano we've passed, and this is a holy realm, if you ask me.
Who Morden?
I was gonna ask
Great
that.
god of the dwarves, the
You
the
can't
forest
just
father.
ask about the gods.
Pick up a
Um,
book.
Me not know what God.
so
Me
Zothok,
thought person.
Zothok,
Made up story. Hmm?
actually, in this world, they're real. There's tangible proof. Zothok would have heard of Moradin because there was a famous forge here by the dwarves called Deep Smelt at the foot of a prismatic rainbow volcano. So while you don't necessarily trouble yourself with that nonsense, you are familiar with the name. The cleric Bado would be familiar with Moradin, and then everybody else, it's kind of if you would know religion or not.
I think there's a rhyme about deep smelt.
No, no.
You know, whoever deep smelted, you know.
Deep dealt it? We'll let that one slide.
I'm gonna give the dwarf an inspiration die.
Oh no.
That's a pretty dwarf joke.
Do not encourage.
But yes, we have seen Deep Smelt. It is beautiful and it's crawling with undead, unfortunately. I believe we should do what we can to purge it of that.
Ooh, I can help.
Well, we could go after Varys.
No, yeah, not now. I just mean me smash.
Okay.
It would be a welcome
guess my-
addition to smashing.
I guess my concentration is finally broken from the looking at the
Module?
wisp symbol in the module, and I'm like, oh yeah, hi, I'm Dusk, Dusk Wisp, Dusk White Claw.
You say wisp?
I no, I'm look, I'm just you know, I play the most brutal, the most hard-hitting, evil tunes you've ever heard, and my name is Dusk Whiteclaw, and my band's name is Death Wish, and I have the same thing, and this is my, that's who I am.
You have promotional material, or
I have a. I can play something for you later.
later? All right, later. Not now.
I guess could I perform to get them to kind of charm all of them?
Go. Yeah, perform something.
Okay, I guess.
The wood creaks on the ship.
Camera cuts to the dead shark with the eye gouged out.
No worry. Performance anxiety.
No, I'm gonna play. I guess I'll play. I'll play a song. It's called Vitriol. Hang on, I'm queuing it up.
I can't wait.
Oh, you're queuing it up?
Or I'm just gonna play it. Hopefully, you guys can hear it. It's really bizarre. Can you hear that?
Barely, bud.
How are you
Baby
doing all those
version, we
voices at
started
once?
dancing to the song.
Yeah, but I can barely hear it.
Oh man.
We'll get it patched through. I'll in post. I'll add it.
Roll to see if I'm charmed or not. I am charmed. Wait, how do you do that?
He's just.
I just rolled an 18, so.
He said what he said. So yeah, you notice Leon and Bosch start kind of digging through their tool sets. Bosch is holding one of the pieces that Dusk handed to him as he's kind of fidgeting with the realm transhibitor.
Ooh.
What's up?
I walk over. What do we need to? How do we help? How do we get the heck out of here?
I have a conundrum.
1 second, ID Tinty. He's like, well, we got to make sure if it's a fuse or if it's get the power charged up. A lot of the times, man, we can if we can find another wark in the jungle, we'll be able to patch up some of these pieces. There's some psychics going here. Did you guys encounter a psychic wave? Yeah, that'll do it. And he's like,
oh boy, did we. Not here.
Is that what that was?
would Toy Group make me a perception?
Perception.
Roll
That is
13.
16.
13, 16, 10?
14.
Okay. Would Haunt Group also make me a perception check?
Do I get to smell stuff?
Sure.
I rolled a nat 20.
Show off.
18.
And ID 10 too.
Where's my perception?
I believe it's wisdom
Modifier.
based.
Yep.
It's me a
Skill.
5.
Ooh. All right. So let's see. Boop boop. All right. Yeah. So everybody but ID Denti hears the snap of the branch in the woods. Sort of across the way. You notice a cloaked figure. Watching from afar. Toy Group, you recognize the one-eyed man as somebody you've seen a few times. Haunt Group, you guys look over and you see somebody in a cloak with one eye and you're like, I've seen this dude before. Maybe can't place where.
Is that another friend? I ask like to everyone.
No, definitely not friendly.
Everybody says no at once, and you see him reach into a pouch and brandish one of the William Wisp coins, and he tosses it into the water and runs back into the woods.
Double dang it.
And the
I ran
coin.
after him.
So you go to Dart, right? You guys are on, let's say, the east bank of the river, and he was on the west bank. So as you go to make your jump at him, let me get the music going again. The coin sinks to the bottom of the water. Oh no, let's try this. Unreal. Nothing's working for me today.
It's that Unreal Engine.
Is it? I've been having shit break.
Sometimes it just takes a minute for the swamp to load.
Yeah. Alright, we'll just restart that. Alright, so the coin hits the water. Waddles starts to make a break for it when he notices air bubbles in the water on the coastline. And he's sort of taken aback by a second as you guys start to notice figures rise from the waters.
Finally get the kill.
Yeah, I might casually kind of pulling my hammer out and be like, this guy does this kind of stuff, just...
You see Gorilla draw her weapon and kind of push Bosch and Leon behind her. So we're going to take them off of the screen for right now, just with the assumption that they're taking care of themselves so we don't have to crowd the screen. We're going to move our shark, and then we're going to pop up the fish-like creatures that begin to rise from the depths.
Oh my god, that one on the left. Ooh.
If anybody has knowledge nature checks, you can make them.
That's nasty.
Do I notice these?
Yes, you all. So you didn't notice the cloaked figure dropping the coin, but you are suddenly aware to the situation of an encroaching enemy.
I rolled a 13 on nature.
Who else
I
rolled a
wave?
You can wave.
What's the name?
I imagine Waterworld, where he slaps you. What are you doing? A knowledge nature check to try to identify what creatures these are.
Oh, okay.
I rolled an 19.
Yeah.
Velvet.
I rolled an 8.
Is anybody else? Is that everybody?
I rolled a 10.
What are we rolling for?
Knowledge nature, or yeah. So you're seeing
no.
these things come out.
I think they're like the people we encountered before. I'm waving at them.
Oh, okay. Inspiration die for that.
They are?
They are not. So you see him waving. So you guys encountered Sahagwin. They were sort of like salamander people. And these look more like people who have evolved into fish creatures. It's like Uncanny Valley. Their eyes are pushed to the side of their head and bigger. Their mouths are just a little too wide. Their scales and fins. But yeah, ID10 TC's all bipedal life forms. Is
Fucking dick.
Oh, it's our friends.
So everybody who rolled above a 13. Oops.
No, you cut out.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yep.
If we rolled above a what?
A 13?
13 or above, or above 13?
13 or above.
Okay.
These are Kuatoa and Sea Spawn. They are notoriously always in search of a new grand leader type of people. They really love being parts of organizations with a really strong figurehead.
Colts.
Are they cult members?
Not yet.
So this mass of these sea-like creatures start to creep out of the water, and we are going to roll initiatives. Would you guys like to do one team, the other team, and then the monsters? Or would you guys like to roll it all out and everybody go and create an
I'm fine
interesting...
with rolling it all out.
I think that's best, right?
All right.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. So let us, everybody, roll for initiative
Lettuce.
for me. Lettuce.
Let us.
Otto rolled 18.
Bado.
I just can't.
Who's next?
I got 13.
Torin 13.
So
I
thought 7.
rolled 19.
Sorry.
Dusk got a 19. Zothok got a 7. Velvet.
I rolled an 11.
ID Tinty.
I rolled an 8.
Okay.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is that everybody? Did anybody not get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
I rolled
6?
a 9.
There we go. Waddles a 9. Okay.
79.
So we have in our initiative order, we've got Dusk at the top of the order, followed by we got Bado. Who do we have? Where's this damn initiative? It's locked. There we go. I had to merge everybody's groups, so some stuff is still locked. Then after that we got Torin. Then after that we have Velvet. Then after that we have Waddle.
At the bottom.
So thought bottom.
Zothok is the bottom. ID.
So
I-
thought clean up.
You're slower than somebody who doesn't even know that we're fighting.
Bad guys go here.
More likely to get kill shot.
Oh, it's true. Alrighty. Dusk. You notice these creatures start to crawl out of the water, and you believe it is your turn to do something about it.
Okay. I recognize their species, right? As sea spawn and what was the other one?
Kuotoa.
Kuotoa. Okay. So, I mean, they don't look very threatening. I see them
They
kind of just
look as they are emerging from the water. They look threatening. They are
oh, there's
brandishing.
just a lot of them.
Yeah. So the Kuotoa, the short little squat fish people, they've got spears and nets. The other creatures are brandishing different aquatic body features. Some have like a tentacle, some have quills, some have ferocious looking teeth. So we're doing theater of the mind combat, so we're not focused so much on the specifics.
How many of them are there ish?
A bunch. Like what's
Sure wish I had my vulture jammer right now.
so Dusk, you're top of the order.
Okay, I am going to. I think I'm going to just take like a couple steps back from these weird creatures that are coming out, and look for a little bit of higher ground. I guess. Is there anything that I can climb on top of?
Yeah, so this is kind of like the swampy delta estuary where the river comes out. So it's a lot of marshlands and some dry lands. You can climb up into like the mangrove trees.
Or the ship.
Or you could climb up.
Yeah, actually, let me climb up the leg of the of our warp jammer, and just kind of brandish my longsword to strike anything that might come at my feet.
Okay, so you're gonna hold your action, climb aboard the work jammer, hold your action for somebody to approach.
Yeah.
Very good. Bado.
How far away are they? Like, will it take them around to get here?
Yeah, about a round. They're doing that slow cinematic walk out of the water, sort of circling you on the beach, as circle as they can. You've got land you could retreat on if you wanted to. Sort of marshland behind you.
I say aloud to our new friends, "I'm sorry, but I only have enough for us. Enough of God's blessings." And cast bless over the three of us.
So haunt party, you guys now have the benefit of bless on you.
Extra 1d4 for attacks and saves.
Oh yeah, it seems like Dusk could have done that.
Anything else, Bado?
No.
Torin, you see your bard friend climb into the ship and prepare to fight while the Loxodon cleric calls down a holy spell, and you see this invigoration ray pump up his party members. What would you like to do?
Well, first I'm like, oh, we're having an old-fashioned god-off, I see. Bless on our party, too.
Toy party, you guys get that same D4.
Is there, like, any kind of, like, choke point, or is it just, like, a beach with some trees and stuff?
It's a beachhead with a bunch of trees. We've got 2 ships sort of docked. You could force a choke point between those 2 ships, but you would still have some overlap around the sides.
Okay.
But there is, yeah.
Okay, well, I guess I ready myself to, like, I pull up a shield, kind of wait for them to come closer. Maybe I motion to Velvet to be like, hey, I know you like setting trees on fire. Maybe make a little choke point for us. Set some of those trees on fire.
Okay.
Or block our retreat.
I dig what you're throwing. Is that your turn? Are you done?
Yeah, I mean, I get between, I guess I at least get my shield between me and, like, between them and, like, Velvet and stuff like that.
Cool. Gotcha. Velvet, it is now your turn.
So you're standing in front of me. I want to climb on your shoulders. I want to stay on top of your shoulders and like sort of cast a minor illusion. I want to like shoot flames out of my hand and use minor illusions to make my voice boom and scream. Stop! Halt at once! Don't take another step closer. We don't want to harm you.
Will you make
I'm shooting out of my hand because I'm mean serious business.
make me an intimidation check and then roll it at advantage for using a spell to sort of bolster it. It should be charisma based, I believe.
Okay, 1 second.
I kind of whisper, but I kind of do want to hurt them.
Well, shh, don't say that. It's a deception. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
I got a 12.
All right, so you yell that out, you cast your spell, and I will resolve it on their turn. Waddle, you saw your wizard friend jump on the dwarf's shoulders and cast a spell with his booming fire. As the clerics in the parties have buffed their friends, what do you see yourself doing?
Did Cloak and Eyeball guy get away, or
Yeah, it seems like...
he just dashed off and
Yeah.
faster than I could react? Okay.
I mean, if you wanted to, you could make chase with him leaving the party. If you really wanted to, we could do that.
Splitting the party, always a good plan.
Always a great plan.
It's a terrible plan. Shut up.
But, I mean, if that's what your character would do, right?
You're an egg father now. Think of your
I was
egg.
about to say, your egg's with you. You'll be okay.
I know, and my work jammer's here. Would suck to leave my wheels behind.
It's true.
I guess I kind of see that guy just dash off, and I'm just like, it's not worth it. I gotta save my friends. So I'm gonna jump into combat as well. And
I kind of picture you'd be the most far forward since you're chasing after him. So like.
Yeah. So you go to, like, you're dashing across the beach, and as you, like, in between you and him on that other shore, you see these sea denizens start to crawl up, and you steal your resolve and jump into fight with these guys. Do you want to target a fish man on the right or, like, a sea spawn on the left?
I can target both,
Oh.
Oh.
right? Because
Yeah.
that dual action.
You can make one attack at each, yeah, Mr. Monk.
I'm gonna
So
do
maybe
that,
you
'cause I
slam
can-
their heads together.
Yeah. Shell shock.
Oh, roll me some attacks there, buddy. So you run on up to the shore and you see two of these creatures emerging from the depths. Seaweed still dripping off their elbows and wrists. Roll me those attacks.
Okay, 14
And
and a 17. And do I add anything to those?
so you're a monk, so you add dexterity to your attacks.
+3.
And then I think you're proficient in unarmed attacks, so you had a +2 to those.
17, 20 plus. How much you said? 2?
You hit with both.
Okay.
Smacked him.
So go ahead and roll me that damage.
We got the upside of the downside. That's a D4. What were we supposed to add?
You add your dex bonus to this.
Oh no, but didn't Torin?
Oh,
give us
your
like a-
bless. What does the bless provide?
Extra 1d4.
To damage? On attacks.
To attack, yeah.
Okay, so
Mine.
yeah, you
Add to the attack roll a saving throw.
you super hit, so you don't add anything to your damage other than your dexterity bonus.
Okay, cool. So let's see. Looks like a 3 and a 2. Did I do that right? Oh, +3.
So 6 and a 5.
Yep.
All right, so you smash these two creatures' heads together, and they bonk and drop down. This seems like a big wave of low hit point creatures coming your way.
Wow.
As you kind of like
Meat for the grinder.
smash their heads together, the booming voice from behind your head, you feel some heat on your... No, I guess you don't feel heat. A booming voice comes over that says, "Stop, we do not want to hurt you." The sea spawns on the left kind of hear it, and then continue their trek up. The Kuatoa on the right kind of pause and look like they're willing to hear more. We are in need of a good leader. But the sea spawn continue their move. So we are going to have a sea spawn on... We're going to have one on Waddle. We're going to have one sea spawn up on... Who's up there? Zothok.
What channel is C-spawn on?
What?
What channel
We're
is
on the ship
C-spawn
still.
on?
Oh, you guys are still on the ship. I'm sorry. Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to keep track in my head. All right. We will have a sea spawn come up and swing at Waddle. A sea spawn come up to the Wark Jammer where Dusk has a prepared reaction, and then one's going to come up to our Dwarf and our Wizard in a cloak. So the first one, Waddle. The sea spawn claws at you. The sharp webbed hands, and this scratch just misses your armor, but you feel the wet whap of salty seawater kind of spray at you with that mist. The mist. There you go.
The swamp mist.
The swamp mist. So that one misses Waddles. Dusk. One comes up to the foot of the Wark Jammer, and as it's going to make its attack, that triggers your prepared action. So would you like to go?
Yeah, I'm going to viciously mock it. I'm going to use vicious mockery on it and kick it as hard as I can in the face. So
I have to roll against Vicious Mockery. What kind of...
What's that?
I have to roll against Vicious Mockery, correct?
Correct.
That is... This save cannot be above a 7, so I'm pretty sure I fail.
Yeah, okay. So I'm going to call him... I'm using an insult generator. I'm going to call... Okay, so it's a... This is a good one. So I'm going to kick him in the face as hard as I can with my boot and say, "Get away from me, you slimy shark tool bag."
What does Vicious Mockery confer? Do you remember?
His feelings.
What does it confer?
Yeah, like, does it make him frightened?
They take D4 psychic damage. They have disadvantages on their next attacks.
Okay, cool. So roll me that D4 psychic damage.
That is a 4.
You what did you yell at it, and it kind of looks at you like, "What did you just say to me?" And then you kick it as it's thinking about what you said, and you knock him back on the ground. And then the last one makes its way to Torin and Velvet on each other's shoulders. The sea spawn whips at you at Torin at the base with a tentacle. It has. It rolls a 10, which is under Torin's armor class. Yes. So this tentacle whips at you, Torin, and you're able to like shake it off with your hammer or your shield. You bat it away.
Gross.
ID 10T.
So
Your ship, the Ark, is surrounded by sea creature people, and you see the battle going on around you. What's up, Ark Reactor? Welcome.
am I on the ship?
Yeah, so we'll say you guys were on the ship as you were examining the realm transhibitor.
All right. Well, I'm not going to attack the fish people. Because they haven't been attacked or attacked, have they?
They have been
I think I
attacked.
crushed one.
Yeah.
They've been attacked?
One guy kicked in the face.
And
I thought that
they'll-
was a sea person.
they're Oh, okay. So you're gonna specifically not attack the fish people, but the sea spawn
Yeah.
you're cool with?
We're trying to talk them down.
Okay.
Well, no. The fish people I still think are friends.
Yes. And
The other ones were attacking, and we attacked them.
Yes.
But it doesn't really matter whether they were attacking or not, as long as we are attacking them.
Yes.
So I guess, let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and say, well, I guess we're killing those ones. And my hatch is going to open up, and you'll see two large barrels come out, and one of them starts to charge up, and it's like, whoa, and you see a giant purple beam shoot out and hit one of the people on the left.
Roll me that attack.
Yep.
Whoa.
All right. Let me see.
Whoa.
That's the
Whoa.
sound of the beam.
Wow.
All right. So that is going to be a 14.
It hits.
Oh,
Roll-
plus 1d4. So let me roll it.
Oh,
it hits
okay.
anyways. Doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
Yeah.
All
Alright.
1d10.
Yeah, it's gonna be 1d10. If I can find a d10. I think this is one. What is a 0?
It's a 10. It's max damage, bud.
Alright, 10 then. So it hits,
It's a good thing.
and then the barrels go back in slowly, and my hatch closes.
I'm going to pull in the optional cleave rules right now and say your barrel comes out and fires through the head of one of the sea spawn as it's coming aboard the deck, and it drops, and you see the sea spawn that was behind him with a hole in his head too as he drops. As your bolt cleared through two skulls.
Sorry.
Zothok.
Got him.
Right, just like, what the hell?
An energy bolt from Zothok inside the ship has fired off as you realize your ship is being surrounded by sea folk, half of whom
Yes.
seem pretty angry, half of whom are waiting to hear more.
So I stroll over to a ballista,
Uh-huh.
Nice.
carefully take aim at one of the aggressive ones at
Okay.
its gills, or what I know to be its gills because of my nature check, and I fire that guy off right at his gills.
Roll me a d20. Plus 8.
That's a 19.
It hits. What did I say that damage was on that?
Oh, God.
So
Is
it was
it
enough.
Yeah.
So, laser bolt fires out from the cockpit of the Ark. Zothok runs up, grabs a harpoon on the front, aims at a guy, maybe licks that metal at the top, and then fires and pins him to the dirt.
And I would like to, as my bonus action, go into rage upon my success.
Okay.
Frenzy. Yeah.
I like to mention the bolt hit the ground, and then there's so much rope still coming out, like covering his body. Zzz.
And I quickly check to make sure
it
it's
goes-
not tied to me.
It goes through him. The rope's like through him. He slides down back onto the support. That's
And then the zzz.
yeah.
Got him.
Yeah, did it.
All right, so you guys notice Gorilla, Leon, and Bosch sort of making a defensive front, but starting to back up towards the grove. Leon holds up the realm transhibitor because they were working on it when this broke out. He's like, "Hey, man, we've got the realm transhibitor. We're going to get it fixed. Meet us back here in a week." And they sort of like continue to fight off these sea creatures as they retreat slowly into the woods.
What?
Weak.
There's
Oh, wait,
right?
yes.
Specific time.
Well, so they had mentioned earlier they thought it would take about a week to fix this thing.
charge it up.
And they just happen to have it, and so it's one of those that they're starting to get separated from you guys by the crowds of people. Dusk, top of the order, it's you go. So you have seen, as this combat took off, laser bolts fire out from the ship and a harpoon pin one of these sea spawn on the left of the ground. It is your turn, top of the order. What would you like to do?
How close is the rest of my team to me? Are we all on our ship still, or are we on the ground?
You are on the ship. I imagine they're all within like 20 feet on the shoreline of the ship.
Sounds right.
Yeah.
So everybody's within a move of you.
I mean, these creatures are still advancing on us, and I guess I saw. I'm inspired by the beam of death that shot down from the ship up top. So I'm gonna climb up to the top of the ship, just up to the shoulder of the leg of the ship. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna pull out my loot and cast Bardic Inspiration on our team and the group, just to kind of get us ready for some attacks.
Does that affect, is it all allies, or is it a specific number of creatures?
A creature other than myself within 60 feet.
Okay. I will say that the haunt group on the ship are within range. You guys are invigorated at the sound of Dusk's lute.
So I'm gonna play I'm gonna play a song, and I start singing. In the fields the bodies burning, as the war machine keeps turning, death and hatred to fish kind, destroy their brainwashed minds. And then I cast Bardic Inspiration on everybody.
Would you tell us what Bardic Inspiration does?
Yes, it you gain an inspiration die, which is a d6 for 10 minutes. So you can add that to an ability check of your choice, an attack roll or a saving throw.
But just once.
Yeah. So it's just once. Yeah.
Yeah. So if anybody already had an inspiration die, they do not stack. But now everybody who is playing has an inspiration die available to them.
Woohoo! Good work.
Bado, you hear this music that's not necessarily what you'd listen to, but it's got kind of a beat. It slaps, yeah.
Slaps.
What would today? Bado is an older elephant. He's kind of the old man of the group.
I've seen shit. Yeah, all right. So I get inspired. I take a knee, raise my hand above me, while saying a prayer to my higher power above, and summon a giant cleaver, spiritual weapon, and hurl it at the nearest non-fish guy.
All right. Roll me that attack there, buddo.
That's the face that fish is making.
Yeah, more. Tell me more. Tell me more. Is your god a big fish?
I have to read again.
We already ate one of you. Don't make us eat another.
It was delicious.
Brian, how do melee spell attacks work?
You've got your spell attack bonus. Do you know it? Roll a d20. Let's see what you get.
See whether we have to.
Yeah, see if we have to care.
And I'll add the d4. Or bless. 15.
Yeah, that hits.
All right, and I'll look it up in the meantime. So apparently, spiritual weapon in this version is a bonus action to cast to begin with, which means I can still, well,
have a main action. Yeah. So what are you gonna do with your full
I did
action?
8 damage with the spiritual weapon.
Okay.
And then I start spamming Sacred Flame.
Is that another attack, or do I have to dodge it?
You have to make a DC 13 deck save.
I rolled a 13. You said a dex save?
Yep.
Ooh, but I have a -1 to my dexterity, so I rolled a 12.
Gods are smiling on me today.
Roll that damage.
Only 2.
Okay, so you reach up, call to your god as the spectral axe, I imagine, swings down out of the sky and decapitates one of the sea spawn. And as the head's flowing in the air, you reach with your left hand and torch the sea spawn that was behind him. He tries to dodge out of the way and is unable to dodge out of the way. His leg gets caught in some seaweed. He misses the brunt of your attack. He gets scorched on his left barnacle patch, but is still standing. Torin.
Yeah.
I'm still standing on your shoulders, Torin.
Makes it a little difficult to move, but I'll manage.
I kind of have a plan, but I don't know if it's going to work. It's a little absurd and unorthodox.
So you guys can, if you want to switch your turns, since you guys go before the next enemy, you can.
I'm trying to think if we can work in tandem. Because those fish people, some of those fish people seem to like recognize us and seem to be looking for a leader or something. Is that right?
Yeah. So you seem to have done something to catch their attention.
Right. And I'm standing on Torin's shoulders. I kind of have a plan. I kind of want to pull the old wig out of my robes that I had when I impersonated Nang Nang, the river goddess, and I want to throw it on my head and have Torin help me impersonate a large, imposing river goddess frog named Nang Nang, and I want to use my minor illusion to sort of like amplify my voice. I also have a makeup bag with me, so I also quickly throw on a little foundation and eyeshadow for fuller effect.
So
I can cast that light on you again, but we also have this one guy with a tentacle here to deal with first.
Oh, that's right.
But he is of the other sort of creatures.
The more hostile one?
Yeah, so Tor, I imagine like the fish people in the back of the crowd see the top of you guys, and they don't see Torin beneath swinging his weapons, clearing out the sea spawn in front of him.
Okay. Right, you take care of the tentacle.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, like, I think maybe one time, like, while he's getting his robe on or whatever above me, or I just like let the tentacle grab my like hammer hand, but then pull him, yank him forward, and smash him in the face with the shield.
I love it. Okay, so Velvet, make me a disguise check.
Okay, let me pull up that screen real quick.
Waddle, I'm sorry, Torin, go ahead and make me just your normal attack. And we'll play it out. Give me your normal attack, and we will play that out the way you described it.
I rolled an 11, and it's is it plus my
D4.
strength for hit?
Yes.
So plus 3, so 14.
Okay.
I rolled a 13 plus 4 is 17.
Cool. All right. So, Torin, your idea was to let him grab your hammer, pull him in, and then give him a shield bash?
Yeah, that was a picture.
Cool. Roll me a d10 as he comes forward to you. Roll me a d10 and add your strength modifier.
Okay, I rolled a 4 and a plus 3, so 7.
So, yeah, you pull him forward, pop him in, and his tentacle slumps down as he hits the ground. As you feel a glow above you, Velvet starts doing somatic vocal and What's the other one? He starts doing gestures with his hands as this makeup bag starts to fly up, and different glues and textures and hair starts to stick on him as he takes the appearance of this fish goddess Nang Nang.
Almost like a Sailor Moon sequence.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
And so, yeah, to anybody looking at this fish goddess with a wig, nearly 8-9 feet tall, stands above the crowd. We're going to let Waddle go, and then we will have the fish people react to that. Waddle, you are up as you see this occurring to your side.
Wow, I kind of don't know what to do now.
Remember, you
Impressed.
got your key points.
Yep.
Don't forget
I'm trying, should I roll perception to see like how far into the battle we are, or like I don't want to pull up my.
You
my
feel like
astral arms.
this would be a good time to use it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So okay. All right. So I'm just gonna buff up and just meditate for a minute and pull out all my resources and just put all my force into summoning my astral arms for the duration of 10 minutes or whatever they're worth. And I'm just gonna go to town. I'm just gonna start like slaying things. I'm not discriminatory,
Yeah, you're just gonna bash every creature.
Or if they're weird.
All right, so this was the spectral hands were from your it was from your monastic tradition, right?
Right. Yep. And it's both key points.
Cool. You have 3 key points, right?
2.
Oh, 2.
2. So I'm using both of them. I think it's 2.
No, bud, you've got 3 because you're 3rd level. So you'll be able to do this and another one of your abilities. So the halfling monk starts tapping into this meditation, and you see these energy arms start to unfold from his aura.
They're very ape-like.
Very ape-like, and you said they were orange, right?
Yep.
Cool. All right, so you summon these spectral energy fists, and you can make your attack, like your flurry of blows, I believe.
Yep. Sounds like it, right?
Yes, sir.
So I just reach out for both, whatever's nearest me,
Yeah,
like
so you
whatever's,
make 2 unarmed attacks.
Cool.
As a bonus action on top of your regular attack. So you're actually going to make 1 regular attack and then 2 spectral arm unarmed attacks. So you're making a total of 3 attacks, and all of them have advantage, by the way. I'm not sure if you guys have been rolling both 20s. Whoops. But we should have been. So go ahead and make me 3 attacks there, champ.
3 attacks. Cool.
2 20s each time. Take the highest of them.
$19.
19 hits. Roll me your second one.
Wait, I rolled 3 already.
Yeah, so the first 2 was a 17. Your second 2, what is the highest?
Second 2. Do I roll 3 more times?
You just roll 2 d20s and give me the highest of those 2.
Okay, got it. 13.
And then do it one more time.
13.
Cool. So all 3 hit. So you reach out and just open palm punch the fish guy in front of you, who was kind of eyeballing Velvet. He was watching this story take place, and you just punch him in the chest and knock him back, and he falls over. Your spectral arms reach out and knock out 2 sea spawn behind him, and so they all kind of like fall into the same pile. And then you do your flex punches after and reset, ready for more combat after that. So you punched this Kuatoa as he was watching Velvet take on the visage of Nang Nang, and you have their complete attention Velvet. Would you like to say anything to them on their turn?
I'm Nang Nang, a beautiful.
And they all before you even finish, they go Nang Nang, Nang Nang, and they all start bowing. Nang Nang, Nang Nang.
Well, okay. Never mind introductions. Good job, fellas. I am now your frog leader. Worship me.
And they continue to worship you. The sea spawn, however, continue their assault on all of you. Let's do this real quick like.
It's gone.
Torin, one of the guys at your stomach swings at you with a 3. This one, instead of a tentacle, has like quills on the back of his arm, like a sea urchin, and he's scraping at you, and you're able to shield off his attacks very easily. Dusk at the top of the work jammer, you notice them starting to climb up it, but they're real slippery and having a hard time climb up. The guys with the ranged weapons are not attacking you, so you seem safely out of harm.
Cool.
Waddles, another sea spawn comes up on your side with a 17, and this one actually, I think, hits with a bite. A 22?
Oh no.
So as you kind of did this like real awesome move and you kind of finish with your palm out, fish guy pops up. 3 damage. Bites out of your forearm.
18 health points.
Bado, ID Tenti, and Zothok, the star spawn, have climbed aboard your ship.
Oh, dang.
Zothok 1 has moved up behind you. He swings his quills at you. I rolled a natural 20 on that. But they only do 1, 2, 3. Oh, the quill hits and does 4 damage, but I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw as one of the quills sticks and you notice it sort of pulse with something.
17.
All right, so the quill has this slick, oily substance on it, and it looks like it pulses, and you rip the quill out and shake off, like you squeeze and push the poison out of your wound through the sheer power of half-orc will.
In a frenzy, yeah.
Yeah, your barbarianness, you're like, no, yeah, your white blood cells are frenzying.
You see the vein just pop up from the shoulder all the way down to where it is and pop it out.
It squirts back in his eye.
Like it's Ren and Stimpy style.
I love it. Bado, one of the ones with the tentacles comes up on you, swings with a 9, and the tentacle sticks to your armor, and the suckers kind of pop off as it's unable to penetrate your armor. ID Tenti, one of the sea spawns, has gotten into the cabin with you and rolls a 2 and completely biffs it. ID Tenti, it is your turn after being run up on.
All right, just a second. If I roll it, can I roll a check to see what this guy is?
You guys recognized him earlier. Somebody in the group identified them as a sea spawn.
Yeah, but are they human or animal?
They are a mixture of the like. They are humanoid thrall.
So I imagine maybe either or?
Either or, sometimes both. Things get weird in Doom Lagoon. Uh-oh, name drop.
Whoa.
All my IPs have to merge.
Biggest crossover.
Biggest crossover at this 8-part crossover event.
Next time on Clone High.
ID Tenti, what's up?
Oh, dang.
You can hold it if you want, and Zothok will go first.
Oh, no, it just says that he has advantage.
Who does?
I'm going to try it anyways.
Okay.
I'm going to try Charm Person
All right.
on him.
You have advantage also.
Oh, I do, don't I? Okay.
Yes. So it would cancel out his advantage.
All right. Okay, so that is 14
I have to make a charisma?
wisdom.
Wisdom. I rolled a 6.
So that's
These fish guys are dumb. Yep.
The charmed creature regards you as a friendly acquaintance. When the spell ends, the creature knows it was charmed by you. So I'm gonna go ahead and reach my hand out and say, "I'd like to shake your hand, sir. Let me show you around the ship," and lead him around the ship, distract him.
He is
Give him a
just
tour.
he is distracted.
All one of them.
It has no idea what's going on, but it's you're pointing to stuff and it's
a timeshare.
Ooh, we seem to be missing this, but we can get you with 0 financing.
1 week a year. You really start making your money at 2 weeks. Zothok. You see ID 10T coming out of the cabin, walking around a sea spawn.
Well, so I imagine I'd there's a ballista spear ready to put
Short
that on.
reload. Yeah.
Yeah, but that guy who put a quill in me, I slam one end of the spear down on the ground, and I grab his fishy head, and I just shove his head towards the spear. So that's going to be a strength check, and I'm frenzying, so I get advantage at you.
What's your strength? What would you roll? This is going to be a contested strength check, is what it is.
All right, so... Oh no!
How long does... Well, you have... How long does bless last? And how long does the advantage last? Does he still have advantage? Who cast advantage on everybody? That was a cleric?
I would have advantage on a strength check if that's a strength check.
Yes.
We didn't have advantage.
Unless it says concentration up to 1 minute.
Okay.
Rage has it.
Okay. So you roll regardless, you would roll 2 d20s and take the higher. Plus you have bless on you, which adds a d4 to your roll.
I rolled the same fucking low number twice.
What'd you roll?
4 plus my strength of 3.
Well, that beats my 4 plus a strength of 1.
Hell yeah.
So you were about to load the next harpoon. You see this fish guy come up and quill you. You squeeze that poison out. You go to grab his head, and it's slimy, right? So you can't use your full strength, but you're able to get a thumb into one of his gills. And you start pushing him down, his face down onto that point, and he's fighting it. He's grabbing the point, and it's getting real close to his eyeball, and then you just exhale and just push that head through like so much butter.
All right. Now, since that was my main, I technically have a bonus.
You do have a bonus, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I'm actually gonna. I want to hold the bonus action for whenever somebody gets within range of where the shark would swing when I cut one of its ropes.
Fair enough.
On the side of the ship.
All right. So at the end of that round, you guys notice Gorilla, Bosch, and Leon furthering in the distance. You hear Gorilla yell one last time before she disappears into the trees. They're not going to stop coming. Split up, and we'll regroup. Top of the order, Dusk. You see this fight. You're a higher advantage than everybody else. So you see Gorilla, Dusk, and Bosch as they're fighting stuff off, sort of push some sea spawn off and make a break for it to the east. It is your turn. And this will be our last round of combat, everybody. So, are you there, Dusk?
Yes.
All right,
Sorry,
we're
I had my sorry, hang on, I'm here.
all good.
I had mute on. Sorry. My bad.
All good. No.
I think I want to. I mean, it might be worth fleeing in the machine, right? Should I turn on the machine? I think I want to turn on the machine. The work jammer, I mean.
Yeah. Okay. So that's how you want to spend your.
I'm gonna cast Waddle and a look of approval, and then run to engage the machine and kind of put it into its standing position.
Okay. All right. So Dusk gives the nod to Waddle as he kind of slides down. You guys notice this crocodilian ship has like a carriage system, sort of like the Ark does, but it's less Warforged specific and more like it's a strap-in sort of carriage. Dusk sits down. He reaches back, and you see him push a button. There's like a rod with a button. And you notice the crocodilian ship start to transform and fold up on itself and start to take a bipedal construct form.
I want one.
The whole ship?
Ours barely floats anymore.
Doesn't float anymore.
So imagine it's
Do I have the opportunity to do a big old stomp on any of these guys?
sure as it's kind of like transforming. You can set that stomp on one of the fish people, the Kuatoa that's he's like bowing at Nang Nang, and you see your opportunity, and his eyes pop out from either side of your boot. Haunt group, this
roasted in the zombie.
So your ship this is all like Warforged technology. So it's imagine like a Dragon Zord, like a small mech. In my head, there were sort of like Aztec, Mayan, stone wood constructs. But you see the veins of Arcana sort of pulsing through them. It also looks like it's low energy. You guys have seen arc sort of dim off and on, and this, what they are calling a wark or a wark jammer, it seems to be transforming but very low power. And so with that crush Dusk, you feel like a lot of the heavy systems are kind of drained, so you won't be able to do much combat. Bado, it is your turn as you have seen their ship transform into a bipedal construct.
I said what I said about I want one.
I said what I said.
I'm gonna keep doing what worked for me last time. The spiritual weapon continues to attack because it continues to exist.
Roll it for me. So I imagine it's like Thor's, like that axe.
Yeah.
And it's just like spinning around the deck like a Smash Brothers item.
All right, 15 to hit.
Absolutely.
4 points of damage. Oh, 7 points of damage. And
so you cut this fish, the neck bone of the first one's head it cut off kind of caused your blade to tilt, and so this fish is cut in half vertically. So like a left part and a right part.
Shit.
What were you saying?
Oh, but I also get the standard action and do Sacred Flame again.
All right.
Something needs to make a Dex 13.
I rolled a 9.
6 points of damage.
So I imagine you called down to God. The axe flew in, cut off a guy's head. You flamed. It cut a guy in half, and then with your other hand, you flamed again. And dropped that guy. The deck of your ship is looking empty except for the sea spawn that ID10T is walking around the deck. Torin, you are up. You have seen Dusk transform the Wark Jammer into its bipedal mode.
I'm staying pretty close to it, right? Like,
Yeah,
keep it
yeah.
right next to me.
Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah, I see that, and I see the swarm that's still coming, and I'm just like, time to go, guys. Let's go inland, away from the water. And I kind of toss Velvet on my shoulders, kind of throw him up to try and get onto the thing.
Okay. So Torin and Velvet get aboard the Wark Jammer in a position that's sort of out of reach of the star spawn.
Yeah, imagine I just grab on to like a handle wherever I can, on like a leg or something.
Any spells or anything? Or is...
I want to command the fish people to attack the other fish thingies.
Got it.
Done that like 30 minutes ago.
I should have done that 30 minutes ago. I agree.
Waddle.
I got wrapped up in the worship part of it. Sorry.
He's only half elf.
Technically, it only happened like that was like a minute or two ago.
Not even that, realistically. Yeah. Each round is technically 6 seconds. So,
Wow.
so Waddle, yeah, you see your party getting on the transforming Wark Jammer. And you notice the fish people start to turn their attention towards the sea spawn, and their little fish eyes burrow, and they look menacingly at the sea spawn people. Waddle, what would you like to do?
Are we splitting up at this point, or?
That's what she said to do.
That's what she said to do? Because I thought it'd be kind of cool if I could use my Wark Jammer to, like, merge with the wreckage of the ship that's left. But I don't know if that's even possible with the Wark Jammer. I mean, it seems like...
Seems a little X-rated for this show, man.
Yeah. Fair enough. Fair enough. I guess I can just use my my arms, and I'm just gonna, like, power lift myself into the ship from where I am standing.
Well, so I will say this. If anybody is interested in playing with the other party for the next couple weeks, you could do that. But it would involve changing your schedule, and so that's we can figure that off the air. Yeah.
Nope.
Nope. You gonna jump on your Wark Jammer?
Yep.
Waddle.
Guys,
We just met. I get it.
We got a good team going.
You see, yeah. So the Wark Jammer starts to. It's in its bipedal form, and Waddle kind of looks at the ship with the shark on it, and kind of looks at his thing, and he kind of looks at them. He looks at his thing, and he jumps up to his Wark Jammer.
That's exactly how it played out in my mind.
Zothok, a sea spawn is close enough under the shark. Is Zothok there? Is he muted?
I was muted, sorry. So there's a guy underneath the shark.
Yeah, they're starting to approach your ship again, and you had a held action.
Yeah, I want to cut the rope that is supporting the head section of the shark.
All right.
So hopefully that shark will swing on down.
You make an attack with the dead shark. The dead shark attack hits and falls on top of the sea spawn. As you kind of cut that rope and you look over the side of the deck, you see the tide of battle turn as the Kuo-Toa start to engage in combat with the sea spawn.
Hell yeah.
And a kerfuffle ensues, and you see the Wark Jammer, the group of people you just met, starting to animate its legs in the water and start to turn in a direction opposite of you guys. That was your held action. The fish people are fighting each other. ID Tenti, how long does your charm person last?
An hour.
Okay, so it is your turn. You see the Wark Jammer with the other party starting to move, and you are holding this sea spawn you have charmed by his hand as the deck's covered in body parts from his other kin. What would you like to
lead
do?
him back up into the helm room.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna be like, oh, let me show you how this baby goes out on the sea. And I'm gonna plug myself in and try and turn it on.
All right, it powers up.
Revs as the engine turns over.
You do that, you're talking to it, you're like, let me show you how this thing powers up. As your natural arcana acts as the battery for arc, you dip in power, the ship starts to surge a little bit. Zothok and Bado on the deck, you feel the tilt of the deck as power comes aboard. ID10T, are you going to kick it into the water?
Yeah, and I just noticed something for charm person. Technically, he's charmed by me, and I can pretty much do anything other than hurt him,
Okay.
and he will still be friendly with me. So I'm gonna just make a short quip of it's like, oh boy, when we get out on the water, we're gonna kill you.
We're
just
so
keep going.
screwed.
He just like stares forward.
Yeah. Blinks fishily.
Like one eye first, the other eye.
Yeah, left eye then right eye. You guys feel the ship start to kick back into the water. Dusk. Both parties are on their respective ships. You are sort of in the cradle position, the piloting position. What are you doing? You see the other ship, Dusk, the tiefling bard, is what got their ship going. And Dusk sees the other ship starting to hit reverse and undock. Is Dusk on mute?
Looks like he's on mute again, yeah.
Oh no.
Oh, I'm sorry. I totally
No
didn't
worry.
realize. My bad.
All good, bud.
Oh man. Okay. So I think. Wait. So they're undocking. Why are they? Are they docking with us?
No, they're pulling away. Like, you see their ships starting to reverse away from the shore. As you guys were also sort of trying to get away from the shoreline a little bit. I'm assuming. Where were you going? I don't want to speak for you.
I think I'm gonna try and, I guess just head inward, and like do I see any, from the vantage point I am right now, can I see like
Make me a perception check.
all right. Oh, that's a 1.
You have advantage, bud.
Oh yeah.
See nothing.
Let me do that one more time. Boop, boop, boop. Nice. That's a 19.
So as you kind of scan the area from your vantage point, across on the west bank, there's a clearing after a while with the trees, and you see the cloaked figure making a beeline still away from this combat.
Go get him!
I am going to, just kind of charge forward on the controls of this thing, and kind of use the internal, the internal intercom system to announce, like, I'm going, like, I see that slimy worm, and I'm going, and I just jam forward on the controls.
Oh, nice use of jam.
I'm
So-
fine with that, so long as I get to fly his team later.
So these legs start to pull up out of the shallows of the water. Sand and silt and minnows sort of pour out of these little holes as it starts to trudge across the shallow riverbed to the west bank in the direction of the cloaked figure. The battle on the banks is taking place between the sea spawn and the Kuatoa. The Kuatoa are like, "Flee, our goddess! Nang Nang, flee! We will save you, Nang Nang!" As they're just getting pummeled by these sea spawn who are infinitely better fighters.
You're doing great, sweeties. You're doing great.
Like, they'll be fine. They'll be fine.
Bado, you see this work jammer ship that you've just met not an hour or so ago starting to take off towards the west bank. Your ship is starting to back up. You notice a sea spawn back in the cabin with ID10T. What would you like to do?
I will shout after the other ship, like, back here in a week then. Good talk.
Everybody on the Wark Jammer, you see the elephant saying something and waving.
I'm gonna use. Can I use the controls to like make a little like thumbs up or like a with the hand, like just kind of. Yeah, no, there's maybe like some crude claws. Can I just like
So you
put one of them up in like a thumb up position?
you're kind of
as
like
we're running away.
yeah. Terminator thumbs up at the Warp Jammer.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, Bado. So you scream that, you get a slow thumbs up from this Warp Jammer as it starts entering the west bank and starts walking through the tree line. Is there anything?
Then move to the cabin to
You
save identity from certain doom.
Yeah, you walk in and you see a C-Spawn kind of looking at all the control panels.
I'm having a nice conversation about the interior design.
Jesus Christ.
Different
Hey,
options
buddy.
available.
How's it going?
Oh, hello. This is Earl. He's in the market for a used Warp Jammer.
It looks at you and goes, Earl!
Taking the loss of cat pretty hard, I see. Another
I don't
one.
like to talk about that.
ID10T and Zothok, you guys are pretty much on the same turn. We can pull out a combat as your ship starts backing up. Where would you guys like to go?
I'm gonna wait on the deck for a second, and as soon as the line goes tight and we've pulled that carcass that's attached to that rope still.
Okay.
Got it.
Okay. You cut the rope, and the snap of it, there's kind of a little flick of water from the blood or something, and it hits you on the forehead, and you have that deja vu moment where you realize Gorilla Red was the woman in the tree who dropped the transhibitor into your hand.
The glowy thingy.
Yeah. And now she is headed east with Leon and Bosch.
Well,
Say we go after the
bye-bye.
part.
What's that?
I say we go after the part. It's our part.
Zothok, ID10T?
We got skamazed. Which way does the river flow?
The river is flowing, what I said, east bank, west bank, southeast?
And they went east directly, right?
Yeah. So the Warp Jammer, the construct, crossed west to go after the cloaked figure who threw the coin in the water on the west bank, and on the east bank, fleeing off away from the coast, was Gorilla, Leon, and Bosch.
I'm not exactly sure how we're supposed to follow them without leaving the ship.
You feel like your ship's faster than these guys, so you could skirt the coastline until you evaded them. But they're also engaged with the Kuatoa in combat right now, so it would not be a hard slip away.
If I judge that the river will not take us quicker towards them,
You want to go
then
if
I'll
you
just
want to.
skirt the coast.
Yeah. So if you want to go up the river, you can go up the river, and you'll stick to the east bank.
Yeah, I think I'll do that. That
Cool.
sounds good.
All right. So as the Warp Jammer heads west through the tree line in pursuit of the cloaked figure, ID10T's Zothok and Bado and Earl steer the ship around this fish people combat that is taking place on the shore around their camp provisions, and starts to head up the river from which Toy Group came, hugging the east banks in pursuit of Gorilla Red and the Realm Transhibitor. And that, folks, is where we will call tonight's Axe and Arcana adventure game. Thanks, everybody, for playing together. You guys did awesome.
Thanks for having us, y'all.
That's crazy.
This will not be the last time we do this. I've got kind of a schedule. We'll talk about it off the air. But join us next week where Haunt Group, Zothok, ID10, and Bado will continue the pursuit of Gorilla Red. And then the following week, 7 p.m., we will see where our Warp Jammer Toy Group goes. Thank you.
Now with Earl.
Also, now we can, I don't know, maybe think of different names. You can keep Haunt and Toy. I was thinking Primal and Astral.
Oh, I like that.
Primal Force House. I don't know. We'll talk about it. Anybody in chat, if you got ideas, send them this way. We'll give you a free subscription to the Internet Broadcast System. But thank you so much, everybody, for watching. I had a blast. This was fun. We will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.
Night.
Y'all know you can't stop us, 'cause we are warriors. Y'all know you can't stop us, 'cause we are warriors. Y'all know you can't stop us, 'cause we are warriors. Y'all know you can't stop us, 'cause we are warriors.
Stop and think about the things you do, the things you say, 'cause we gon' bring it to you. We just